This episode of Unqualified is brought to you by McDonald's, proudly serving communities since 1965. On the drive to and from my parents' house in Washington State, we almost always stop at two particular McDonald's, one in Salem, Oregon, and another in Eureka, California. At the moment, we are in the parking lot of the Salem location, and I just finished a Big Mac and fries. Even though we are just passing through, I appreciate the familiarity and feeling of community. The other day, I was looking through my mother-in-law's photo album and came across a photo where she and her friends are standing in front of a McDonald's wearing their cheerleading uniforms. I usually call my mother-in-law New Mom, but her name is Marcia. Under the photo, Marcia had written a note, and I talked her into letting me read it here. San Bernardino, California. I have so many memories of this McDonald's over the years. My father took me there on what I think was opening day. What a thrill it was as a young girl to order a chocolate shake, hamburger, and French fries. Then there was the time when my cousin Hinda and I were given a tour and allowed to take dill pickles by the cupful out of a huge barrel. We must have eaten 100 pickles each. Everyone in my family knows the story of how I accidentally missed the ketchup container and dipped a fry into my milkshake. Now when I dip fries in my shake, it's on purpose. I remember when I was 12 years old, my mother and my cousin Noel Novak, Larry's brother, picked me up from dance class and we went for dinner to celebrate Noel's graduation from high school. Years later, when I was in high school, we would go to McDonald's every Friday night after the football game. I wish you could see this photo. Marcia couldn't remember if they won the game that night, but everyone is smiling as if they did. Wherever your local McDonald's is, there's nothing better than that wonderful feeling of community. Well, maybe that feeling is tied with eating a Big Mac. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Courtney Love.
Hi, are we gonna go now?
You're in my house.
Oh, I'm in Anna Faris' house.
It's so I feel like if your brain could have an orgasm, it's happening right now.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
No, I cannot thank you enough for being here.
That is so sweet.
You are a hero, and I just love you so much, and I just can't believe you're here.
Well, thank you, Anna.
Thank you so much for being here.
I'm very flattered.
Oh, boy.
You have been excited for a long time.
For a long time.
This
Remember how you were all excited about Shaq?
Yes, this is your shack. This is your shack.
But bigger than... I mean, I love Shaq. I love my Shaq. But it's Courtney Love. Okay, so I have a few questions, if you don't mind. They're pretty easy.
Okay.
I think.
Alrighty.
All right, so I wanted to ask you about the love of acting versus the love of performing live, because I have a couple of thoughts about it. Never having performed live except for like dinky theater performances.
Right.
You know how when you're on a film set and like most of the crew is slightly resentful that, you know, just that you're there and because they want to go home because they're doing their job. They're not an audience.
Right.
And so there's not the kind of the exhilaration that I would imagine.
No, you want to impress the crew. You get into that place where you like, oh, they're at overtime. They're getting paid a fortune. They're all Teamsters, but unless you're doing an indie, but still you want to impress the crew. You get into that mindset. It gets really weird.
And then it's really hard because a lot of them are like, yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, they don't care. The boom guy does not care. He's going to go work on the next Tom Cruise movie. He doesn't give a shit about you. So...
but then I imagine the reverse of performing in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. That kind of exhilaration must
give a whole different kind of.
Yeah, it's an instant payoff, and it definitely gives you a big adrenaline high. It's like kind of like climbing a mountain, I would imagine, or exercising really hard or whatever. But the difference is that in acting, you work these little moments where you used to hurry up and wait, you hurry up and wait, you hurry up and wait, and then you've got to let an explosion. That guy Ed Zwick once said to me that Denzel Washington's blood temperature or blood what's it called, blood level, blood pressure, that Denzel's blood pressure went down when he acted. I always thought that was really good acting advice.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
how can you control that? That sounds amazing. I would love to be able to do
make your
that.
blood pressure go down when you act, and then you really can get in the zone. But the reward is so different. The reward of performing is you've performed. How many t-shirts did I sell? I feel great. I need to either go out and fist fight someone, or sleep with someone, or get some acupuncture or something. But with acting, you get amped, but it's not the same kind of getting amped. But it all adds up to these little moments coming into a movie. And if the movie's any good, which we don't always know.
Right. You don't know until like 9 or 10 months later.
You don't know until 9 or 10 months later. And then if in my case, in one occasion, we thought we were doing a movie that was like the Titanic that was going down. And then we were all in the elevator at the Kodak Theater at the Academy Awards. So, and that's an exhilaration that you can't, it's beyond the rock and roll. And the most I played for is 200,000 people, and it goes beyond that. It really goes beyond that.
I can't imagine though looking out into a sea
That was a
of
trip.
200,000 people.
Yeah, it was actually 190,000.
Where
people
was that?
Sydney, Australia. But
I love it that you revised. It's so sweet.
Well,
That's
it
I feel like
it wasn't.
something I
It
would
wasn't
do.
200. It was 190. I'm trying to write a book right now, so everything has to be accurate. You can't exaggerate. You can't say, "Oh, it was 220." That was 190.
But no, I truly couldn't imagine looking out into a sea of
You
people.
can't see them after 20,000. They just melt. You can't see them anymore.
But you must be able to hear them, right?
Not really so much. No, I mean it's you play a 10,000 seater, you play a 100,000 seater. There's a vibe that's maybe different, but they just start to melt. What the number you're playing, so your mojo gets up. You get kind of high off that, yeah. But you get pumped, but it doesn't really make that big a difference after 10,000.
Was there any more reward of playing like with 200 people because you could see them?
I have played
really?
small shows, and I've played them recently. Last year I toured with Lana Del Rey after playing a brief stint of playing for like 3,000 seaters. I didn't really like them. They're not as fun as 10,000 seaters. They're just not as fun as 20,000 seaters. You just you get a bigger vibe. You can control if you have a messianic complex, which I do.
I don't know what that means.
It means I think I'm the Messiah, and I want you to drink my Kool-Aid when I'm upset on stage.
I totally.
A shot of tequila, and I think I'm Gisette. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Well, I'm worshiping the Messiah of you.
Oh no, you. It's in the wrong area. You have to see me perform, and then you can do it. I can't pull them in like that anymore until I do this book. I'm doing a book right now, and until I finish the book, I can't put a record out. And until I put a record out, I can't get that huge crowd again. So after the Lana tour, it was like, if it's not going to be like this, like them knowing every word and it being like 20,000 people, I don't want to do it. It's too dingy.
Yeah.
It's too dingy.
Well, I mean, it's not dissimilar. I think, I don't know, like the ebbs and flows of like
acting
careers.
and stuff. Yeah, it's up and down, man.
I'm lucky that I started out like kind of with the lowest brow with the scary
you also
movies.
did House
So
Bunny,
much.
right?
Yes,
And
but
we
still
love-
expectations
But
remain
I
low.
remember Heather Perry, who's a dear friend of mine, putting that together, and
Yeah.
we love Heather.
Yeah.
She loves you.
Yeah, no,
She was telling me all about how glorious you were, and you were the second coming of Goldie Hawn.
Oh,
all that stuff. And I
Well-
saw it. It was such a good movie.
Just give me a few more. Just give me until I'm 55 and
Yeah.
then we'll see what
Yeah, I
happens.
know the feeling.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Osea. Wondering what to gift your friends and family this holiday season? Female founded over 25 years ago by a mother and daughter team, Osea's award-winning cleansers, serums, face moisturizers, and body products give you the results you want. Skin that looks and feels amazing. I recently got to try Osea's new body butter, which, like their now famous Undaria algae body oil, transforms dry skin without being greasy, has the same incredible scent, and leaves your skin soft, smooth, and healthy looking. If my experience is any indication, you can count on your partner giving you a lot of compliments. This holiday season, stock up and share your new favorite clean skincare and body care with your friends and family. Unqualified listeners get 10% off your first order with promo code ANNA at OseaMalibu.com. You'll get free samples with every order, and orders over $50 get free shipping. Gifting is always easier if you start early, so head to OSEAMalibu.com. Use code ANNA. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by ZocDoc. Who gets excited about trying a new restaurant that has 2 out of 5 stars? When it comes to finding healthcare, don't ratings matter even more? ZocDoc is a free app where you can compare doctors, read reviews from real patients, and even make same-day appointments. When I finally called to reschedule my dentist appointment, I was told that my dentist had been retired for nearly 3 years. In my defense, parking was a nightmare. Through ZocDoc, I found a new dentist who had great reviews, took my insurance, and whose office was actually within walking distance. I was also able to book an appointment instantly without talking to a receptionist who made me feel guilty about not having my teeth cleaned for 3 years. My new dentist didn't make me feel guilty either, and only suggested I floss a little more often. Whether you need a primary care physician, dentist, dermatologist, psychiatrist, eye doctor, or other specialist, ZocDoc makes healthcare easy. Now is the time to prioritize your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/unqualified and download the ZocDoc app. Sign up for free and book a top-rated doctor who might be available as soon as today. That's ZocDoc.com/unqualified.
Okay, so I have a few more questions. Are you ready?
Sure.
I was talking to Sim earlier about how, while I love music, I don't view it as an escape anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I do.
Like on my commute, I listen to either news or podcasts or other things because when I listen to music that I love, I really tend to get a bit internal, and because I like darker music, I tend to. So for me, in an odd way, depressing news and newsy podcasts are an escape for me.
Sure.
From my brain.
Sure.
And I don't know, as a musician, do you ever feel that way?
It
That
depends. Like, if I'm listening to Sirius, I listen to like Lithium, which is like all the 90s songs. And like a lot of them are actually about me, which is like interesting. But like, there's so many Smashing Pumpkins songs about me. There's like a Bush song about me. I remember I told this to this ex. I used to date this one movie star, and I'm like, it was in the 90s, and we were listening to K-Rock, and there was like 6 songs in a row, and like 5 of them had been about me. And I told him that. He goes, "No, they aren't." And I was like, "Oh yeah, they are. They actually really are. I dated every one of those guys, dude." And he was like, "You're just a slut."
But no, Courtney, you and I are making eye contact right now, and I have to tell you, you are so fucking sexy.
Oh, thank you.
You
Anna.
are so
That's
fucking
sweet.
sexy.
That's so sweet. So
Well,
are
no,
you.
well, go on.
Go on, darling.
But truly, you're fucking smoking. Sorry.
Thank you.
See, I want to write. If I knew how to write a song, I would write a song about you.
Thank you. But some people would write songs about me that I didn't date. Like Stone Temple Pilots wrote a song about me that was just shooting fish in a barrel, like a self-destructive blonde chick. You know what I mean? Like they'd write the self-destructive blonde chick song and
because
say
they
that's
just want
about.
to fuck you.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
but
Scott
that's-
Weiland wanted to fuck you?
I
Of
never
course,
did.
they all did.
I
They
never
all
did.
wanted
I
to
got
fuck
him out
her.
of rehab once. We had an adventure. We stayed at Shutters. I got him into rehab, but we never did that. No, I never dated him or whatever you want to call it. I have
He's mad.
I have this very old-fashioned type boyfriend now who, like, when someone hangs out or just has sex, he calls it dating. I'm like, it's not dating. It's just called sleeping together. But
I like how gently you put that.
it's just like, oh, you dated so and so. I'm like, no, I just fucked him.
Yeah, fucked.
For like a week, whatever. It's not dating.
Do you think there should be a better word, like a better verb for women besides, like, because
Besides fucking or
yeah, like,
well, hanging out, sleeping with.
yeah, but that sounds so gentle. We should have our own ownership. Like, I don't know.
I think fucking is fine.
You do?
Yeah, I fucked him for a week.
Yeah. All right.
know?
I'm tending to
Let's
agree
not make anything big about it. It's like, really, that guy?
with you. No, because I was thinking, like, I don't know, did I but I was gonna say like hammer, but of course they do the hammering, and so anyway, I was just trying to do a brainstorm of, like,
we ordered up stuff.
I got
we had
pounded by
fun.
him, but then that seems like you're a victim.
That's submissive. I like fucking. It's more dominant. I like that better.
Yep, fine.
But in
You
terms
win.
of music, if it's not serious, like modern music, like iHeartRadio stuff, I can't stand most of that shit. So it's none of it. It's pop music right now. It's really in a slump for me. I haven't heard some decent. The airways are squeaky clean, and no one is speaking to me right now. So.
Yeah. I really like that band War on Drugs.
Oh, I haven't heard them. Are they good?
You might really like them.
Oh, okay. I'll take a listen.
They are speaking to me in a way. Because I grew up in Seattle from 83 to 1999.
Oh no, really?
I really
Oh,
did.
so you know a
So
lot
did
about
Chris.
me. Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, they're like, I know it's annoying because maybe I grew up there, so I feel an extra like kinship and worship
I grew
towards you.
up in Portland more than Seattle.
Fine, dear diary. This has been the biggest disappointment of my life.
I thought Seattle was too big a city. And then after my husband died, I didn't want to stay there, and I had to stay there for like 3 more years because that's how long it takes to settle someone's estate.
Oh gosh.
It's a state settling. It's a really undepressing topic. But music, I'll listen to the War on Drugs.
Yeah,
but I'll write it down.
I'll try to send it to you because it's I don't know. It's moved me in an age where I don't feel very inspired by a ton of music.
I really like Lana Del Rey. It's like good chill music to
Yeah.
do yoga to.
Yeah.
I do a lot of yoga to Lana.
If only I did yoga.
Well, I do yoga now. I have to. I gained some weight, so I got to do some yoga, at least, and just it de-stresses me and like.
But do you ever
helps.
find that like I hate being alone with my mind? That like
Well, I also am a Buddhist. I chant every day. I chant Nam-myoho Renge-kyo. So I sit there and I go Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, like that, and I'm alone with my mind, man. Like
That
all
is
sorts of
terrifying
crazy
to me.
thoughts. Yeah, it's just
My
today
mom
I
does the
did-
same thing. She
She
does.
does
I know that.
Nam-myoho
I know
Renge-kyo?
that chant because
It's
she
called
tried to teach it to
Nichiren
me. Right.
Soka Gakkai. Yeah.
She does it every day.
Yeah, I do it every day, twice.
I feel like your mom and Courtney have a lot in common.
It seems like that, right? I never would have guessed, but I guess they do.
But it gets things done. It does actually manifest stuff. So
Really?
Yeah, it works. Or I
Shit.
wouldn't do it. I've been doing it for 20
Feels
years.
like hard work though.
It is hard work.
Ugh.
It's really hard work. It's like cardio. it's brain cardio. It's soul cardio. It's really hard, and you're alone with your mind.
That's the part that just terrifies. I don't even like to get a massage because I don't like being alone with I'm the annoying client that's like chatting with a masseuse. It's like, where are you from?
Oh,
and how did
really?
you get a massage? And isn't it
I
hard
don't-
to
I
like, work
hate
on
when
5
masseuses
people one
chat
day?
to me. Oh my God, Anna, that's so funny. I can't stand. It's like on Soothe. I've been using it a little bit. It's it's okay, but I've been giving like no one gets 5 points from me. I'm like I'm the 3-point giver, and then I just write talks too much.
Oh my
If
god!
it goes past how are you and where do you hurt, I'm like
Can
talks
we
too
do
much.
a YouTube video one day where I give you a massage
And you
just-
talk too much and I throw you out of my house? Yeah.
and you get a little abusive towards me? That would be really fun.
I'm happy to get abusive to you. It was
it's also going to be a really bad massage.
5-pound extra tummy
general.
hanging out in my little panties.
But I will tell you how sexy you are.
I don't feel unsexy because I have 5 pounds extra on me. It's there. I just
thought
gotta
you
get
would
rid of it.
maybe give me another like half a star if I compliment you a lot. I'm just going to talk.
Thank
a lot.
you.
Okay, so now listen. Here are things. This is a segment called Dealbreaker or Not, and this is about dating. And I know that you are in a relationship, but you don't have to talk about that. But we're going to do a few imaginary scenarios, if you don't
Okay,
mind.
that's fine.
Okay. Let's say you are crazy about your new boyfriend. He just told you his favorite time of year is when the McRib is released.
Oh my God. Really? It's a deal breaker. I'm a snob. That's a deal breaker.
Fair enough. Okay.
That's like a funny question. Get real. Give me a real one.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Okay,
We're gonna
all
get there.
right. You're easing me in.
Okay. You are still crazy about your new boyfriend. He likes to be choked while he climaxes.
Not a deal breaker. I'm all up for adventure. Adventure is fine.
You are crazy about your new boyfriend. He is a man
Okay.
of German heritage.
Okay.
His family has a large collection of beer steins, not unlike those over there.
Okay.
One night during a passionate lovemaking session, he asked you to take the pointiest stein and put it up his butt. Deal breaker.
Not a deal breaker.
Yeah, Courtney Love. Yeah.
I mean, curious as to what happened to him when he was 5 or 6, 7 or 8 on a Freudian level, but he wants the point of a beer stein up his ass.
They are kind of point. You might have to take him like
I'll
to a
lube
free
that
clinic.
thing up and lube it up and help.
Oh, you're
help him
generous.
out. There is nothing wrong with sexual adventure. I don't see the problem.
Okay. After 8 months of dating your passionate new boyfriend, he suddenly proposes to you. The next day, he tells you he wants to run 2 marathons and climb the 3 highest peaks in the world and will be leaving for 11 months. This is his passion.
So he's proposed to me, and then he wants to go climb K2 or something.
Yeah.
How much money does he have?
Mount Blanc. Oh, that's a good question. I like Sam. I like.
Yeah.
Sam Lefty, everyone.
That-
Courtney's
Sam
manager is
Lefty.
here with us as well.
He's my day-to-day manager. I have several managers.
Oh, okay.
He's in
Excuse me.
He's in finance. He does well. Not.
He's my business partner.
Business partner.
It depends on how much money he has to have.
So you're okay with the?
I'm a gold digger, straight up, baby. No, I'm kidding. If he proposed to me and then made me wait, it would depend on how much money he has. Can he afford to keep me? Like I can afford him to keep myself in the style I'm accustomed to, but like I don't know. That one I don't know. I'm a little in the fog.
right.
Might be a deal breaker. I'm going to go climb
It would-
K1,
it would be
K2,
for
Everest.
me, 'cause I just don't want.
Wait, he's going to climb the 3 highest mountains, and he's going to do.
Yeah,
what's
and
the
then
other
he's
thing?
gonna run like 2 marathons.
Yeah, but I wouldn't end up with that kind of a guy. That's not my type of guy.
I mean, it's not my type of guy either. Because
Beer steins I can see, but Everest.
I like ambition in small doses.
Yeah. All right. What's the next one?
Courtney, let's say you really love hummingbirds.
Okay.
Do you? I don't know if you do or not.
Sure, they're beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, you are dating a new guy that you really love. For your birthday, he presents you with a package. Inside is a dead hummingbird he caught for you. Is that a deal breaker?
Like taxidermied, or is this one that's dead?
Nope, he just caught it for you, and he thought you would love it.
Not a deal breaker. Just an accident. I mean, did he break the neck of the?
Yeah, no, he caught it for you and packaged it up.
Oh, deal breaker. He's crazy. He's a serial.
But he really thought you
Sam
would
wants to
love
know how
it.
much money he has.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, so you're traveling around Burma, and a group of children come up to you and your boyfriend trying to sell you small homemade blankets. Your boyfriend says, no, I was told once, he says to you, no, you can't give to them. I was told once you start giving, you can't stop.
Oh, you're asking me if that's a deal breaker for him to say that? No, I would just ignore him. I'd think he was a tool when it came to money. And then think he was a tool when it came to money. And then finance being one of the root
So if he was
roots
rich
of any relationship.
then you would
No,
be
rich
like,
or
it's
poor.
fine.
In Burma, how much is a blanket? 2 rupees? I mean, come on. You're talking about 22 cents. So it's just like, how are you with money? How are you with passion? How are you with love? How are you with values? How are you with religion? How are you with judgment? How are you with denigrating other people? How are you with kindness? I would think that, I was just in India with somebody that I'm intimate with, and Sam was there. Did we give in the slums or not?
We weren't allowed to.
We weren't allowed to, because it would start a real chaotic situation. So we weren't allowed to do it. We wanted to.
But it sounds like
I believe
said
Sam
that,
started to.
I did and created a little ruckus.
Yeah, there was a whole ruckus around him.
Sam, I thought you were a gold digger as well, though.
No.
Okay, one last question, and then we're going to go to callers,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
You've been seeing this guy for 5 months. He's amazing. You've just had an awesome date. You went to a great sushi dinner and then home for a night of hot lovin'.
Right.
After, he goes to the bathroom to wash up or whatever. You decide to go, into his closet to get a t-shirt and maybe some boxers or whatever. And you see a video camera with a red light on. He potentially has been recording everything.
Oh, wow.
What's your reaction?
Go grab him off the toilet and grab him by his hair. Hope I pull a bunch of it out and probably beat the hell out of him.
So it sounds like it's not a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker. That's evil. That's some evil. That's just evil. I'd call Sam right here, and I'd get him to get Ray Donovan and call my lawyer immediately. I mean, I actually, before I went in the bathroom, I'd take a breath. I'd call my lawyer. I'd call my Ray Donovan.
You would? You be that rational? I don't know if I would.
I would, because it's too much on the line. So I'd be that rational. I'm staring at a camera. I'd take a picture of it. The last time I made a sex tape, which wasn't even that long ago, I did it because the person was a lot younger than me. But otherwise, it's like...
Guys just want to brag to each other.
I don't know. I made him delete it.
They just want to fucking brag to each other.
I know, but why do girls do it? Like,
I don't know.
Girls have...
Do girls do
girls
it?
participate in it, yeah.
Well, they
do it.
participate in it, but
No,
do they
this
actually?
isn't a
But
victim-
are they
this
the
isn't a
ones
gender
that are
bias
like?
thing. Girls are just as aggressive about making sex tapes as guys are. It's not about brag. It's about girls have a lot of sex. I have
Wait a minute.
A
So you
daughter,
think
she
that-
tells about other people's daughters.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're like, so girls are like, oh, I
Look
can't
at-
wait to
look at
show
what
my
happened to,
friends
like,
how this guy boned
all those
me.
celebrities like Jennifer Lawrence and all those girls, they all had nude and sexual content pictures on their phone when they got hacked, and it's none of our business.
Yeah, but that was
why was it there?
Because it was under like the illusion, because we were duped, I think, that it was going to be private and just sexy.
Yeah, but that's not my point. My point is, why do you do it? It's private. Is it risk taking?
Totally.
So it's risk taking in the fact that you might get hacked.
Totally.
You're a famous girl.
Totally.
You're a very famous girl, and you do this like sexually charged videotape, and you keep it on your phone, and you don't delete it. See, this is where the generations are just split, because I don't understand that. I have no porn in my past. There's one picture of me when I'm a stripper on a pole going like this. It's for a poster. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, and I'm wearing pasties and little G-string. So nothing's going to come out about me.
But see, but it wasn't sort of like, so I'm just saying that I think that the fundamental motivations are different. Like,
A naked picture is one thing, but a picture of doing the deed of actual intercourse.
but I would never be like, I need to take a picture of his dick because I got to
but
show it to my friends.
Girls, I know of girls that demand dick pictures.
Really?
Like, yes. Yeah, I have
Really?
I have a 23-year-old
Shit,
daughter.
man.
So
I am
she
out
has
of it.
friends.
Not to say she's one of them. but-
She's certainly not. She's in no way one of them, but she has friends, and she's like tied into the whole community of like kids of. So she like, it's
I
like
guess-
kids of movie stars, kids of, power brokers,
Yeah.
etc. And those kids they're dirty, man. They're
But
dirty
I
kids.
kind of love it that at least like a girl is like, I need a dick
Show me your
pic
dick.
because I'm going to pass it on to my friends and we're all going to make fun of it.
I suppose. I don't know. I don't understand it.
Is that what happens?
I don't know.
Oh, it's so awful. I don't want that to happen either. But it's still
How many kids do you have?
one.
How old?
Four. He's about
I
to turn
just saw
four.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one making all that noise,
Joey?
annoying him. Jack.
Jack. Oh, yeah. He's so cute.
Thanks. I think that's what everyone's supposed to say, right?
Yeah, he is really cute, though.
Oh, thanks. Okay, now this is one last question before we get to calls, because this is a little bit of a reoccurring theme. If the man that you've fallen in love with, if his balls smell like old Cheerios,
Well, I did once. I didn't date, but I did the other thing with someone. We just our code name for him is Old Balls. And the less said about it, the better.
but you
Honestly.
can't just dangle that out there.
She just did.
I just did, and that's the end of it. That's all
That's
you're
all we're
getting.
gonna get.
Damn.
Yeah. Old Balls.
right.
Oh my God, what a nightmare. We like
Next
to
time,
block that one
Courtney.
out.
It never happened.
Never happened. And the old Cheerio smell was what, killed it. No, Old Balls. Not a good deal. Not a good look.
I don't know. We talk a lot about the Cheerios smell of balls. But
Old Cheerio smell of balls. Nice. I'll keep that forever in my heart, Anna.
okay,
You ready? Should we-
now
should
we're
we get
gonna
the
call.
callers?
Yep, we're gonna call
All
two people, two strangers.
Okay.
I don't know what their issues are, but we always pride ourselves on being really kind to them and hearing them out.
So why don't I go, fuck you, and, sticking where the sun don't
But if she has
shine.
real advice and she does whatever,
of course
however
she's going
yeah,
to.
of course.
She's kind and she has a lot of
Take a piece
wisdom.
time. Oil it up. I know a good lube. It's in the hustler store.
Oh my God.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Warby Parker. Warby Parker was founded with a rebellious spirit and the lofty goal of creating boutique quality eyewear at a revolutionary price point. Sunglasses, with or without a prescription, start at $95 and, just like eyeglasses, are available through their home try-on program. You just choose 5 pairs and see which ones you like. I was surprised by how quickly they arrived, which presented me with the immediate problem of deciding which ones to keep. I loved all of them, so you can guess what happened. And not only can you feel good about how cool you look, you can also feel good knowing that for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need through partnerships with nonprofits like Vision Spring. Offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams, Warby Parker is committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores. So put your FSA or HSA dollars to good use on Warby Parker prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams. Try Warby Parker's free home try-on program. Order 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free for 5 days. There's no obligation to buy. Ships free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. Try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/unqualified. That's warbyparker.com/unqualified. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by State Farm. And in honor of their surprisingly great auto insurance rates, I'm going to tell you about a particularly surprising day on set. It takes me a long time to read a script. For almost every line of dialogue, I will stop to figure out why my character would say it, how it fits in the conversation, and how it's going to come out of my mouth. Between the lines, there are larger chunks of text which describe everything else happening in the scene. Maybe what a room looks like, what characters are wearing, and what they're doing. As I often underestimate how long everything in my life takes, I know I can make up some time by reading those larger chunks a little faster. I got the script for Overboard about 6 months before we started production. I read it in my warm living room, wearing comfortably warm clothes, sipping from a warm mug of tea. Somehow, it never occurred to me that when you jump off a boat in the middle of the ocean, the water is surprisingly cold. And it doesn't get any warmer on take 2. Here at Unqualified, we love State Farm because they provide coverage that meets your needs at a surprisingly great rate. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
So we're calling Emily now. Emily is in Georgia and she's 24.
Hello.
Hey, Emily, it's Sim.
Hi, Emily.
Hey, guys.
Anna's here.
Hi,
And
Emily.
Courtney Love is also here with us.
Hey, Courtney.
Hi.
So, Emily, your fiance is keeping you a secret from everyone in her life, including her close friends and family. Give us a little bit of background here. What's going on?
Okay, background story about us. We've been together for 3 years. We recently got engaged in Washington, D.C. in December. We have a textbook perfect relationship. We are very, very happy, but our only problem in our relationship is I'm a complete and utter secret. She can't tell her family. She can't tell anybody in her life because we live in the South. It's just, people, it's, common misconception. People don't, accept gay people in these parts, basically.
Right.
Basically. And her family is very, very religious. And
is she out to her family?
No, they have no idea she's even dating anyone.
Oh,
babe.
And you
I'm
two are
so
living
sorry.
together too, right?
Yeah, we've been living together for about 2 years now.
So the root cause of
And-
this is just plain old homophobia that she's not even out to her family.
Yeah.
Are you out to your family?
Oh, yes. My family has all but legally adopted her. They refer to her as her daughter, granddaughter. My whole, even extended family knows we're together and engaged. Everybody's happy for us. We're very close to them. And my heart breaks for her because she can't be open to her friends and family.
Right.
And it's a burden on me too, because I would love to meet all these people because, those are people in her life too. And it's coworkers, friends, family. Only one close friend lifelong friend of her knows, and that's only because she's a very open-minded person, and that's it.
Hey, Emily, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, do you think that it would come like on a scale of like, let's say 1 to 5, what degree of shock would it come to her family that she came out? Do you think that
A 10.
really,
Yeah.
like they really have no idea? They haven't questioned
Absolutely
like
no
why
idea.
she hasn't wanted to date a man, or like she hasn't.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we haven't even had like a boy around our family since we were in like early in high school. I mean, but because of this, she has kept her family and her friends at arm's length.
Right.
Nobody, and like her family doesn't even know where she lives.
Oh,
Wow.
gosh. It must be so
Yeah,
hard
and it's
for her.
and it's because of this.
Oh, that must be so hard for you both.
That's just terrible.
I'm so sorry. But I'm also so happy that you guys get to like celebrate this incredible time in your life.
I know, and that's. I mean, we're having such a hard time with that because we want to get married, but when we're already at that point that if they're going to know, they need to know. But how in the world do she even break it to them? Or, I mean, at this point, should she? I mean, if she's made the comment, we just need to move away.
Oh gosh.
Like move north of here. Move somewhere where people are understanding, and one day we can raise children together.
Well,
Because I mean, we live in the deep south, and people around here, they are not okay with it.
Wow.
oh man, this is such a.
I mean, my stepdad was gay for like 6 years when I was like 7. I called him a big gay dad. We're from California. It's like he was sporting the handkerchief coat and his Levi's and doing the rainbow t-shirts and when I was like 12 and taking me down to the Castro and to the White
my God.
Swallow and the Stud. So,
That's
I've
amazing.
just been around gay people my whole life. They raised me, and I wouldn't even be where I was if it wasn't for gay people. So I don't even know. I remember I did this march for guns on Washington with Rosie O'Donnell, and she told me that 9 out of 10 Americans are closeted, and I was like, "What?
Right.
Really? They don't all live in San Francisco, New York, and L.A.?" Like, I guess not. This is really
It's just
tragic.
because, I mean, it's like a foreign idea to these people. Like, they don't believe it exists. I guess.
They also
I don't
believe that
know.
God created the world in 6 days and that we don't come from evolution.
Exactly. And see, in my family, I grew up in a very Christian home. I was in private school my entire life. My family's religious, but they're very open-minded and welcoming, and they love us no matter what. It's just she doesn't have the pleasure of having that, in her life.
So she, like, really would this mean her never being able to talk to her family again, like for the rest of her life?
She feels like if she told her family, her mother would shun her from her entire family. And the entire family, like extended family, they all listen to her. And so they would follow her wishes and not talk to her either.
Here's the thing, but it has to happen, right? The conversation has to happen.
Yeah, you can't avoid it.
And you know what?
Even if you're going to move.
It's been avoided for years. But we're at that point now. It's kind of like do or die. It's got to happen.
And you know what though? This will be a true test of.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's a very sore subject between us two. It's just.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh my God.
But I mean, it's literally the only thing we can't talk about with one another. We're very open. Like I said, we've got a perfect relationship. It's this one little thing, but it's not a little thing. It's a big
not
thing,
a
I
little
guess.
thing.
big
It's a
thing.
hard thing.
It's terrible. But I think what Sim said is true. It's just that she's going to have the conversation with her mother at some point, whether it ends in rejection or not. You can't just live a lie.
And whether or not she's with you or, not with you. You know what I mean?
If she gets rejected,
Like,
I've done concerts for the LGBT center here, and kids end up on the street, like young kids, 12, 13, 14, from the Deep South, from anti-tolerant families, and they end up, homeless. They end up doing prostitution. They end up with all sorts of gnarly stuff because their families have rejected them.
I mean, it's sickening.
You guys have to. You guys are in a place where you're financially not dependent on these people, and you can come out, but you have to come out. You can't keep it in. The more people that come out, the better. And I don't think you can live a lie.
I think, yeah.
Wait till you're financially independent.
Yeah, well, you are financially independent, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, so they're doing fine.
But Emily, so I think that whether, like, with or without this relationship, this is a conversation that your fiance needs to have with her family. That's kind of independent of you, and
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it just has to happen at some point in her life.
Her thing was, she's got a cousin that she's close to, the closest one in her family, and she feels like she could tell her, but she's going to have like a little bit of backlash from her. But her idea was like, could she tell this cousin and let the cousin spread the word, or does she actually need to have like a sit down, tell mom sort of thing?
Tell mom.
Yeah.
Do you have a wedding date, by the way? Do you have a wedding date?
Yep, November 4th, 2017.
Ooh, I love it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know what? And you know what? People, there's going to be a lot of people in all of our lives that disappoint us. But then there's, at the same time, there's going to be a lot of people in our lives that surprise us. And let's bet on the people that surprise us. And
well, let's hope she surprises us.
Yeah, she might.
Because my main thing is I would never get rid of that guilt if I'm the one that came between her and her family. Like, if her family
she's a homosexual.
Nope. Listen,
she needs to come out to her mother as a homosexual.
This is not
independent
so much
of you.
That's right. It is not about you, because even without you, she would be, relieve yourself of the guilt of it being a part of your relationship. Understand that it's ownership of your own sexuality, and it doesn't have a ton to do with, it does have a lot to do with your partner, but it also has a lot to do with independence.
Yeah, I agree.
I think she needs to tell her mother, end of story. It has nothing to do with you. Be supportive. That she needs to tell her mother that's the end of it. I hate to be so harsh, but like that's the story.
It needs to come out that way.
Yeah.
Expect the worst.
Yes, exactly. But it needs to come out soon.
For the worst.
And she should do it sooner than later. I mean, we're talking about they're getting married in little over a year, so she should probably do it sooner than later.
Yeah.
Emily,
thank you. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Really
you,
appreciate
Emily.
it.
Good luck.
All right, good night,
Congratulations. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
What could I have done better?
I don't feel you could have done anything, and don't get down on yourself.
And I feel like she needed to talk it out.
The chick needs to tell her mom.
Yeah.
End of.
Yeah.
Totally.
They're financially independent. They're not going to end up being prostitutes in Venice.
You're completely right.
Or having to need the LGBT,
But
shelter.
still, you know what? And sometimes we don't give the people in our lives the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes they actually rise to the occasion, and they treat us
and
like
if they're good Christians, they'll be good Christians, and they'll be loving about it.
yeah, and they won't want to lose you in their lives.
Exactly.
All right. We are calling Catherine, and she's in New York, and she's 39 years old.
Oh my gosh, that's like a decade younger than me.
Yeah. As Betty Davis said, oh, to be 35 forever. Oh, to be 35 forever.
Hello.
Hey, Catherine, it's Sim. How are you?
Hi, Sim. Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Anna's here, and Courtney Love is also here with us.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Can you believe it, Courtney Love? I'm like, I am kind of drooling.
I'm really excited to talk to you.
Good. Well, Catherine, we talked about finances earlier in the podcast.
Oh, God.
You're frustrated with your boyfriend's view on finances.
Oh, God.
This is going to be great. I'm so glad you talked about this earlier, Courtney. This is going to be hilarious.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So
Can
tell
everybody
us,
kind of like feel like what I'm feeling of like the frustration? It's really frustrating to have like very different opinions about finances.
Word.
Yeah. And like when both of you have a different opinion about how you pay for dinner and how you pay for anything.
Give us some examples
Give
here.
us the yeah.
Becomes,
What's
very complicated very quickly.
What's an example?
Well, for example, like my boyfriend wants to save the receipts for things and tally things,
Right.
and that's totally valid.
Right.
However, also, I feel like, well, you, me. But, like, we just go back and forth, and, like, both of us have, but you take one, I take one. You take one, I take one.
Did you go Dutch? Can I ask you a question? Do you go Dutch to stuff? Do you split the
now we
bill
do.
on
Yeah.
everything? Did you not used to go
Yeah.
Dutch?
No.
Why?
No.
What happened?
Well, it's just, it's, like, very hard to recognize where the change is.
Right.
It's just, like, all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, oh, wait, is this happening now? Like, you don't even see it coming.
Right.
Like, all of a sudden, it's just what's happening. And
Right.
you're like, I'm not sure I'm okay with this.
Right.
Because did it used to be like this? And then you realize, wait, it didn't used to be like this. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah, I'm not.
you don't see it coming.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm not known as a saver, and I'm
No,
a bit of
listen,
I'm a bit of a
I'm not
baller,
either.
if you ask me.
This is my problem. Is it like this is my struggle? Is it I'm not either.
Right.
I am not great about it, and my boyfriend is amazing. He's an amazing
Yeah,
saver.
there's amazing,
So
and then
good
there's
at it.
like over the line, like we'll save $222 if we go in 3 days.
Well, that's it. That's what I'm saying. What's the line?
Dealbreaker.
What is the line? You guys, what's the line?
Anna,
What's the
speak
line
to this.
between-
Wait, hold
like,
on. You were,
thrifting and
Catherine,
being-
you were talking about, so he's cheap in certain ways, right? Like you're saying that
Right.
sometimes he's,
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, who makes more money? Do you make equal money?
About the same. No, it's about the same.
Okay. Does
It's
he
about the
disapprove
same,
of the way you
except guess what?
spend?
He's-
Does he disapprove of the way you spend?
Yes.
Dump them.
Yeah. Is there anything he can do about it? He can't do anything about it, right?
No.
So if you want to buy a couch from Anthropology, you're going to do that.
If I want to buy whatever I want to buy, then I'm going to fucking buy it. But like,
fuck yeah.
yeah, no, for sure. But I don't want to be judged for it. And like now we live together and we're sharing the expenses. So now it gets more complicated, right?
Yeah, when you
start to share
intertwine, have you
expenses,
moved
it
in
starts to
together
get more
yet?
complicated. Are we living
Yeah,
together?
they're living together.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
so
yeah.
fucked. I'm sorry.
What?
She's if her finances and his finances
now,
are
like,
mixed
what
up.
happens? Do we start making a spreadsheet? I don't think that's very romantic.
Wait, what do you
no.
want? What do you want him to do? Like, what in your ideal situation? What would it be?
I want to maintain the spontaneity of being together without thinking about every single dime that we spend.
We've got a lot of opinions here in the room here.
Yes, we
This
do.
is-
Great,
This
great.
is
This is a common
interesting.
LA story. Right?
So what are the opinions?
So Kiwi is saying
Well-
not the guy for you. She's putting a hard line and saying dump the guy. That's Kiwi's opinion.
No.
No, make
No,
a
it's not.
line. No. She's wrong. What you do is you make a line, a demarcation, and you say, my money's my money, your money's your money, and you make that a sacred space so that, like, you have your money, you do what you want with it, and it's none of his damn business. You've got to.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming you're in the creative class and you're like, doing all right. If you're living in Manhattan, you're doing okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's like,
Yes.
I do this in my relationships. My money is my money. They don't have to approve of it. They don't have to like that I go to Barney's and drop baller money on, a Lanvin Shearling. I don't fucking care.
For Anna
I
Faris.
think we're talking about a different income bracket. because-
I understand, but you know what I'm saying. Anthropology couch got you.
Like,
You
going on-
you understood
going on
Anthropology
trips, like,
couch,
saving receipts versus like you got one, I get one. Like
right?
that.
I think you just make it a sacred space. It's like this is my money, and I'm going to do what I want with it. And until we're married, and then go to counseling. I don't know.
That was terrible advice.
So what happens when we share expenses? I mean,
I don't know. Ask Anna because she's married with a child.
I'm like, I want to buy, things for our bed that are going to be better for our bed, and like that's not a shared expense, or
So you want to buy higher quality stuff, and you want him to split the cost with you.
You want to go to ABC Carpet and Home, and he wants to go to Wamsutta.
Anna, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah,
I know
what's
you've been
Anna's
thinking about this for a while.
Yeah.
This is really tough.
Don't ask Courtney.
This is really tough. I've dated and been with a lot of kind of broke guys, which was easy because then I got to make all the spending decisions. But now that I am with Chris, turns out he's a big fucking movie star.
yeah, my boyfriend's like a very sexy architect, but like that's not movie star income. It's like architect income. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like on the rise, but on the rise means like I'm not going to spend money on everything. And that's so admirable, right? Like somebody who saves money is like wonderful. Like I love somebody who wants to save money to travel, which is the bottom line. Like we love to travel. And it's so wonderful to be with somebody who wants to save money.
But also have
like
high thread count sheets.
You need to abstain from this.
that's what I want. Like what's wrong with 500 thread count sheets?
Wait a minute. Isn't there a compromise? Like, can't you get like 400 thread count sheets, but no bedspread?
Courtney and Sam are saying no.
But wait, whoa! But then, what about a trip to Chianti, like the Chianti region?
With the 400 thread count sheets? Forget it. Dealbreaker.
Listen,
Dealbreaker. I can't do those little thread counts.
the worst and the best advice that we all have to offer here, which is horrible in general, is that I guess open dialogue about financial stuff and what your priorities are is kind of
Right.
I know, it sucks. I'm like your third grade teacher.
I'm like your kindergarten teacher.
Okay, this is from my girlfriend. She just wrote me a note. Amy wrote,
Okay.
They need to agree how much discretionary money to set aside each month.
Sweet.
He feels
She's a lawyer.
like he has control. She feels like she has freedom.
Fuck yeah, Amy.
I feel like this might be the best
that
advice.
makes sense. That makes sense.
This is
Go
my,
ahead,
this
go
is
ahead.
my proposed solution. Is that
No,
you?
I like the idea.
Yeah,
of
you have a conversation.
like a slush fund, like the
Exactly,
kitty.
a slush
Does
fund.
anybody
That's
ever
what I'm
heard that
talking
fund-
about.
That phrase,
You guys
the
agree
kitty
ahead
In
of
the
money.
time.
50s, they called it pin money.
Right. You agree ahead of time. You know, he feels like he's not concerned that the spending's going to, be rampant. And you feel like you have a little bit of a fund that you can dip into. So, you negotiate it ahead of time what that fund's how much is going to be in that based on your incomes and adjust as you feel need to. But, that can kind of preempt some fights. That's my thought.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. That's good.
Amy is also a litigation lawyer, and she's super hot. We are just going to charge you about $150 for that session.
Oh no.
No, just kidding. No. But her advice is good, but also though, like I guess talking about finance is so unsexy.
But it's so necessary. It's so important to talk about it and to understand that you have probably separate values about it. I mean, I once dated this guy who was very wealthy, and I offered to go Dutch with him on our first date, and he just looked at me like I was insane. He's like an uber wealthy guy, but it's kind of a Mac.
That was hot of you to do that.
But I thought, from where I was coming from, just normal punk rock feminism 101, you paid Dutch. And he looked at me and he made me feel so small. And he's like, child.
Courtney,
What?
can I be like the douchebag guy that's trying to date you?
Yeah, if you want
Yeah,
to try.
yeah.
What would your line be, Anna?
Okay, we're on a Tinder date. Okay,
A Tinder date?
I don't know.
Have you ever heard of Raya? A Raya date.
Yeah. Okay,
We'd be
we're
on Raya.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I'm a studio exec.
Okay.
My name's Brad.
Brad, the studio exec. I'm
Yeah.
so there. And like you were like one of the 19 producers on Entourage, the movie.
Yeah,
You are by nature a douche. I got it. All right, Brad. I'm so down. Let's go to Soho House. What's up?
Hey, Courtney, what's up? I'm Brad.
Hi, Brad. It's
Hey,
nice.
so
I like your
nice to meet
picture. I
you.
like Trap Queen on your Raya profile.
Oh my
man.
God, fucking! Will you spin around for me? You look so fucking
Sure,
hot.
of course, Brad. Of course. Now, were you what were you the showrunner for? Wait, do you actually have a job?
Okay, yeah, I know you're giving me shit, Courtney, but yeah, I have a fucking job.
Oh, really? And your job
yeah.
is blank blank showrunner on blank blank.
Oh, you actually, I love it that you love blank blank.
Wait,
All right.
I'm losing the thread of my question.
No, I want to make sure that Brad has an actual job. I don't want some aspiring guy climbing Mount Everest. I want a guy with an actual job.
No, there's an actual job involved. He's
There's
an
a job, the
architect.
architecture
It's like
job.
a pretty hot job.
Okay, right. What's your job, if I may ask?
I'm an event planner.
Oh,
and-
fantastic. Oh, that's a
and-
competitive job in Manhattan. My God.
Yeah.
Are you good at it?
Shut up. I'm
Okay. I just know how competitive that shit is. All right. So wait, me and Anna were about to go on our date. So,
Yeah.
hold
So
on.
continue with your date here.
All right. So we're at Soho House, and I'm gonna. Are you gonna ask
Hey.
me for drinks?
Yeah, is there any way, I don't know, can I guess what you want to drink? I don't know, you seem like sort of a gimlet kind of gal.
Well, Brad, if you want the truth, when I was in boarding school in New Zealand, I was expelled for providing the roses lime juices for gimlets. I'm not a gimlet kind of gal at all, but I am a Petrus kind of gal. How do you like this $4,000 bottle of Petrus that's on the menu?
I kind of like it, but I gotta tell you, the best lamb that I've ever had has been from New Zealand.
Are we going for the Petrus, Brad?
And I don't know if you've
And you're
like
changing the
experienced
subject.
New Zealand lamb, but it's so
It's
tender.
succulent. Yeah, no, we had a lamb, we had a sheep farm.
And it's best when it's like sort of cooked
With little
like,
mint
very
sauce.
rare.
Little mint sauce.
You know what? Mint kind of ruins it. You know, in my
Right.
opinion.
You're reminding me of this Raya date that I actually did go out at Soho House on. And he called two people that we're both probably friendly with, two movie star girls.
Oh my god.
No, two girls. I'm not naming them. But he called them both C words within the first 20 minutes of the Raya date.
We can say cunts.
Yeah, he called two of my girlfriends cunts. In one I haven't even spoken to in 10 years, but she's still very close to my family. And the other one's a movie star. He called them both cunts in the first 20 minutes. It was really gross.
Oh my God! All right, we have.
I'm so sorry.
We have to go, Catherine. So, any final advice for her or Amy's advice?
Touchy subject. Make a discretionary fund. I agree.
Yeah, I think the legal advice from Amy is incredible.
All right, Catherine. Thank you so much.
Catherine, thank you.
Catherine, goodbye. Good luck with your anthropology couch.
That's all of a sudden the only thing I want. Like, I never knew I wanted it, but now I think that's
They
the only
make good
thing I want.
furniture. It's just one
I
warning.
love you. You're good natured.
Word
I
of
love
warning,
you.
they make great colors. It's just not great for like two people to lie in the same place. They're not deep enough. That's why
It's
they're
now that's our fight. Now that's what I'm going to be fighting for.
okay.
Don't get dead forfeit.
Thanks so much. Good night.
Thanks,
night.
guys.
Hey,
Hey, Brad.
Sim does this crazy signal with his finger where he swirls it around.
Did that mean shut up?
I guess it means wrap it all up, but I've never been able to really figure it out. Will you do it again, Sim? Oh,
Wrap it up.
yeah. No, you're so bad at that. You
How
know
should I do it?
you-
This is right.
No, you can't even waggle your finger correctly. Oh, Sim, I love you so much, but
love you
I
too.
also it wouldn't be an episode if I didn't
If
say
you
fuck
didn't
you.
exactly right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yes, I got Courtney Love to say "fuck you" to me. I love it.
Courtney, will you say it with like a lot of growl and passion?
Some gusto.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Sim.
Sim. Fuck you.
But maybe
Sim. No. Let me do it like I'm angry and
Okay.
I love her.
Okay.
Sim. Fuck you.
That was great.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's as much as I can
loved
muster
it.
for right now.
Courtney, thank you so much for hanging out.
Oh,
with us tonight.
thanks
We
for having
love,
me hang out
love,
with you.
love having you here.
I had a calzone. I met the baby. I met the parents. Kiwi's here. Osama's here.
Hey, Courtney,
Yes, darling.
would you do me a big favor and would you tell me to fuck you, Anna?
No, I don't want
Come
to.
on,
You're so vulnerable
please,
and like little.
please,
You're like
Please,
little.
I'm stronger than
You're
you think.
like a little
I'm
doll.
stronger than you
yeah, you
think.
like to be spun around and
Yes,
thrown
I
up
do.
against
You
that
know
wall,
that,
bitch.
you
You know
know
that,
that,
bitch.
you
You know that, bitch.
know
You
what
little
I mean.
slut.
Yes,
You
yes,
little
yes.
whore. You know you like it. You know you like it, you little fucking whore. Slam. Slam. Fuck you. Fuck you. Donna, fuck you. Yeah, say you want it again. And again. And again, you little slut. Fuck you. Yeah.
Courtney.
I guess we know who the top is in this relationship. Oh my God, I'm always the bottom.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.